Hey everyone, and welcome back to Google Trends Hub. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we. Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the stories that are shaping our world right now. We're diving deep into the tech behind your browsing. First up, is your favorite browser mode truly private? We're uncovering what's really going on behind the incognito curtain. Then, we're heading to the stage with a music legend and his new sound. We're talking about Neil Young and his latest tour. We've also got crucial updates on major tech giants and the potential breakup of a familiar browser. And finally, we're looking at how new regulations could reshape the digital landscape and the future of ESG-driven value. Stick around, you won't want to miss this. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Incognito mode, the privacy illusion revealed. Ever feel like you're a digital ghost when you browse in incognito mode? Many of us do, thanks to the sleek, shadowy icon and the promise of anonymous surfing. It feels like slipping on a trench coat and disappearing into the online crowd, making you completely untraceable. But is that feeling of absolute privacy a reality or just a clever illusion? The truth, as revealed by a class action lawsuit and subsequent settlement, is that incognito mode in Google Chrome isn't the foolproof privacy shield many have believed it to be. Google itself has admitted to collecting data from users even when they're in this supposedly private browsing state. This revelation led to a significant settlement in 2024, where Google agreed to delete billions of data records and, crucially, update the incognito mode page to be more transparent about its actual capabilities. So, what does incognito mode really do? Unlike a virtual private network, VPN, which encrypts your data and masks your online activity from your internet service provider, ISP, and other prying eyes, incognito mode's function is far more limited. All it truly accomplishes is providing a clean browsing instance on your device. When you close an incognito window, any local data, such as browsing history, cookies, and site data, is deleted from your computer. This means that if you share your device with others, your activity won't be visible to them afterward. You can log into accounts or make purchases without leaving a trace on that specific machine. However, this local deletion does not equate to online anonymity. Your internet service provider can still see your activity, as can the websites you visit. Furthermore, Google itself can still collect user data shared by third-party sites and applications. For instance, if you visit a website that utilizes Google Ads, any data collected through those ads, which could include your IP address, device information, and browser type, might still find its way to Google. The notion that Google might be forced to sell Chrome doesn't change this fundamental data collection practice. Incognito mode also offers no protection once you log into a website or social media platform. If you're browsing Instagram incognito, Instagram itself still knows who you are and what you're doing. Similarly, if you're using incognito to hide your browsing from your employer, think again. While your employer might not see the specific pages you visited within a site, they can likely still detect that you accessed the site itself, rendering the incognito effort somewhat futile in that context. So, while Chrome's incognito mode isn't the ultimate privacy solution, it does serve specific purposes. Its primary benefit remains for users who share a computer, ensuring personal browsing history and login information remain private from other users of the device. Beyond that, it can offer a fresh, unbiased perspective on websites. By disabling personalized tracking and cookies, incognito mode allows you to see how a site like YouTube looks without the influence of your past activity or preferences, and it can provide search results that are less influenced by your previous queries. But what happens when the tech we rely on for privacy is itself under scrutiny? Stay with us. Next up, a legendary musician proves age is just a number as he hits the road with a fresh sound. Neil Young's Love Earth Tour, Rage and Reflection with the Chrome Hearts. At 79 years young, Neil Young continues to prove that his spirit and his music remain as potent and relevant as ever. Despite the collapse of his previous backing band, Crazy Horse, midway through the last year's Love Earth Tour, the ever-restless Young has regrouped and is back on the road with a new ensemble, the Chrome Hearts. This new iteration of his touring band features a blend of seasoned talent and younger energy. guitarist Micah Nelson, bassist Corey McCormick, and drummer Anthony Lo Jerfo, all formerly of Lucas Nelson's Promise of the Real, which had previously served as Young's backing band, have joined forces with the legendary Muscle Shoals organ player, Spooner Oldham. Together, they released the album Talkin' to Trees in June, and recently graced the stage at the Bank of NH Pavilion in Guilford, New Hampshire, as part of the ongoing Love Earth trek that recommenced this summer in Europe. Micah Nelson, who also played with Young during the Crazy Horse era, has evolved into a crucial artistic collaborator. Unlike the often confrontational dynamic of the early Crazy Horse rhythm section, Nelson and the Chrome Hearts offer a deferential yet powerful foundation for Young's creative output. This younger generation of musicians approaches Young's extensive catalog with both force and deep devotion, providing a different, yet equally compelling, sonic backdrop. Young, now nearing 80, masterfully wielded this new sonic palette throughout the 2-hour performance. The setlist was a sprawling yet rewarding journey through his vast career, touching upon beloved classics and deeper cuts alike. The 82-year-old Spooner Oldham, whose notable past collaboration with Young includes the iconic Harvest Moon album, was a more understated presence, often subtle in the mix, particularly during the band's more robust rock moments. His departure from the stage at the concert's conclusion, assisted by attendants including his wife Darrell Hannah, added a touch of surreal poignancy to the evening. The stage itself was a visual spectacle, a hallmark of Young's live shows. Towering amplifiers, intricately rigged organs suspended from the rafters, and candlelit pump organs contributed to a tableau that perfectly framed his music. This visual artistry is complemented by the opening act, Rev Billy and his Stop Shopping Choir, who brought their signature revival tent charisma and environmental spiritualism to the stage, setting an immediate tone of passionate engagement. The concert kicked off with the slow-burning psychedelic intensity of Ambulance Blues from 1974's On the Beach. Young's vocal performance remained remarkably strong throughout the night. He then delved into early Crazy Horse material with a cathartic rendition of Cowgirl in the Sand, followed by the familiar, driving rhythm of Cinnamon Girl. The timeless protest anthem, Southern Man, resonated with its enduring message against systemic racism. A particularly engaging moment saw Young share the story of reclaiming his first electric guitar, which he then used for a raw, garage rock take on the Buffalo Springfield classic, Mr. Soul. Further delving into the Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young catalog, Young delivered a powerful version of Ohio, before transitioning to a series of songs performed on acoustic guitar. This shift brought a more intimate, introspective feel to the concert, with highlights including the gentle yet emotionally stirring One of These Days, as well as perennial favorites like Harvest Moon and lesser-known gems such as New Mama and Daddy Went Walkin'. These acoustic numbers showcase the diverse facets of Young's lyrical prowess, direct, impressionistic, and at times, intriguingly inscrutable. The energy surged again as Young transitioned back to electric power with Sun Green from the Greendale Rock Opera, followed by the meditative, guitar-driven intensity of Love and Only Love. While Like a Hurricane was anticipated as a climactic electric number, it seemed to hold back slightly, perhaps due to technical issues or a deliberate artistic choice. The set concluded with more genial tunes like CSNY's Hopeful Name of Love and Old Man, the latter carrying a poignant weight given Young's age and experience since its original writing. The encore featured a blistering rendition of Hey Hey, My Into the Black, with the band operating at full intensity, pushing towards a sonic climax. Strings broke on Young's guitar, and Micah Nelson's guitar work added layers of buzzing feedback. Ultimately, the Chrome Hearts didn't perform material from their recent album with Young, suggesting the tour's purpose is less about promotion and more about a profound reflection on the interplay of love and chaos in life. From legendary musicians to the titans of tech, the landscape is constantly shifting. Next, we're unpacking major news about a tech giant's potential breakup and its implications for the digital world. Google's future hangs in the balance. Breakup rumors and data sharing concerns grow. In the rapidly evolving digital economy, major tech players are facing unprecedented scrutiny, and Google appears to be at the epicenter of this storm. Whispers and serious discussions about a potential breakup of the tech behemoth, coupled with ongoing debates about search data sharing, are creating significant uncertainty about the company's future. For years, Google has operated as a sprawling conglomerate, with its search engine, advertising platforms, cloud services, and hardware divisions forming a powerful ecosystem. However, this immense market power has drawn the attention of regulators worldwide, who are increasingly concerned about monopolistic practices and their impact on competition and innovation. The idea of a breakup isn't new, but recent legal challenges and governmental inquiries have intensified these discussions. One of the primary catalysts for these concerns is the way Google manages its search data and leverages it across its various services. Critics argue that the company's control over vast amounts of user information gives it an unfair advantage, allowing it to dominate not only search, but also online advertising and other digital markets. The settlement revealed in the Incognito mode lawsuit, which highlighted Google's data collection practices, only adds fuel to the fire, raising questions about user privacy and data stewardship. Furthermore, the integration of services like Google Maps, YouTube, and Google Assistant with its core search product creates a deeply interconnected user experience. While this integration is convenient for users, regulators are examining whether it constitutes anti-competitive behavior by favoring Google's own products and services over those of rivals. The potential sale of Chrome, mentioned in the context of privacy, further underscores the vulnerability of Google's core assets. The implications of a potential breakup are far-reaching. For investors, it could mean a restructuring of the company's value proposition, with individual business units potentially being spun off or sold. This could unlock new growth opportunities for these units, but also introduce new challenges in terms of market positioning and competition. For consumers, a breakup could lead to more choices and potentially more competitive pricing in various digital services. It might also foster greater innovation as independent entities focus on specific areas rather than operating within the constraints of a large, diversified corporation. However, the complexity of Google's operations means that any breakup would be a monumental undertaking, involving intricate legal, financial, and operational hurdles. The market data terms of service and privacy statements that users agree to highlight the extensive data Google collects, making the governance and sharing of this data a central point of contention. As regulatory pressures mount and public discourse intensifies, the future of Google's integrated structure remains uncertain. The company faces the challenge of navigating these complex issues while continuing to innovate and serve its users. The ongoing dialogue about antitrust in the digital age, and particularly concerning search data sharing, will undoubtedly shape the company's trajectory in the coming years. But what happens when innovation meets ethical responsibility? Our final story looks at a unique approach to digital stewardship and value creation. Ecosia's vision for digital stewardship, reimagining antitrust and ESG in the tech era. In an era where digital giants wield immense power, the principles of antitrust and environmental, social, and governance, ESG, are converging to redefine how technology companies operate and create value. Ecosia, the search engine that famously plants trees, is at the forefront of this movement, offering a compelling model for reimagining antitrust in the digital age and championing ESG-driven value creation. Ecosia's core mission is to use its search revenue to fund tree planting initiatives, directly addressing environmental concerns. This unique business model inherently aligns with the E and S in ESG, demonstrating that profitability and positive societal impact are not mutually exclusive. By choosing Ecosia, users contribute to reforestation efforts with every search they conduct, making their online activity a force for good. The company's approach to antitrust is equally distinctive. While major tech firms often face scrutiny for monopolistic tendencies, Ecosia operates on a different philosophy. It advocates for a more decentralized and ethical internet, where market power is not concentrated in the hands of a few. Ecosia's growth is a testament to the fact that alternative models can thrive, challenging the dominance of established players and promoting a healthier competitive landscape. This perspective is particularly relevant when considering the stewardship of critical digital infrastructure, such as web browsers. While Google Chrome remains the dominant force, discussions around its future, including potential breakups, highlight the need for diverse and responsible browser development. Ecosia's commitment to ethical data handling and user privacy, inherent in its broader ESG framework, positions it as a potential steward for a more user-centric web. ESG principles are increasingly influencing investment decisions and corporate strategies. Investors are looking beyond short-term financial gains to assess a company's long-term sustainability, ethical practices, and impact on society and the environment. Ecosia's model inherently appeals to this growing segment of the market, demonstrating how purpose-driven businesses can attract capital and achieve significant scale. The concept of value creation is also being reevaluated. Traditionally, value was measured primarily by financial metrics. However, ESG frameworks encourage a broader definition that includes social and environmental contributions. Ecosia's success in planting millions of trees and fostering a community of conscious users exemplifies this expanded view of value creation. Furthermore, Ecosia's commitment to transparency in its operations and its financial reporting sets a benchmark for other tech companies. By openly sharing how its revenue is used and the impact it achieves, Ecosia builds trust with its users and stakeholders, reinforcing the importance of accountability in the digital space. As the digital landscape continues to evolve, the lessons from Ecosia's innovative approach to antitrust and ESG are invaluable. The company proves that it is possible to build a successful technology business that prioritizes environmental sustainability, social responsibility, and ethical governance. This model offers a glimpse into a future where technology serves not only commercial interests, but also the greater good, fostering a more equitable and sustainable digital world. From browser privacy to the future of digital economies, we've covered a lot of ground today. But before you go, let's quickly recap the biggest stories. And that's a wrap on today's trends. We learned incognito mode isn't as private as we thought, Neil Young is still rocking with the Chrome hearts, Google's future is uncertain amid breakup talks, and Ecosia is redefining digital value with an ESG focus. What did you think? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Google Trends Hub for more daily updates, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a story. You can also follow us on all our social media channels for even more content. See you next time.